You're watching NSPN.TV, the Neighborhood Sports Network. Coverage is made possible by your local McDonald's owners and operators, offering competitive wages, paid time off, and tuition assistance. And by the Star Tribune, your home for the best prep coverage. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wayzata High School here tonight for some non-conference action as the number 5 ranked Wayzata Trojans welcome in the Chaska Hawks. Hogan Greenwood, Steve Bonsack with you. Both teams coming with a record of 3-1 on the season. Chaska victorious in the season opener against Champlain Park, then lost to number 8 Prior Lake at the time, 67-55, followed by back-to-back wins over Centennial and Shakopee. Player to keep an eye on tonight for Chaska is Ella Keenan, who averages 19.5 points per game. And also Addison Schneider, averaging just a shade under 15 points per game for the Hawks. As for Wayzata, they are the number 5th ranked team in the state in Class 4A. They come in with a record of 3-1 off their most recent victory, 102-31 in a non-contest against Park Center. Sophie Hawkinson with a season-high 22 points, just 1 point under her career high. Wayzata looking to string together some wins after suffering their first loss against Maple Grove on November 26th. Introductions coming up shortly. We'll get you started. Tip-off is next here from Wayzata High School.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the starting lineups. In numerical order and alternating, beginning with the visitors, the Hawks from Chaska High School. For Chaska at guard, a 5'6" senior, number 2, Macy Anderson. For the Trojans at guard, a 6'1" sophomore, number 3, Marin Day. For the Hawks, at forward, a 6' senior, number 10, Alexis Schaefer. For the Trojans, at forward, a 6' senior, number 11, Allie Burns. For Chaska, at guard, a 5'9" junior, number 21, Addison Perkins. For Wayzata, at guard, a 5'8" senior, captain number 12, Sophie Hawkinson. For the Hawks, at guard, a 5'9" sophomore, number 22, Ella Keenan. For the Trojans, at guard, a 5'9" sophomore, number 24, Annika Kieser. For Chaska, at forward, a Atherton Senior, number 33, Hannah Fool. And for Wayzata at forward, the 6'2" senior, number 44, Katie Kelsenberg. The Hawks are led by head coach Sam Cantor and come into the game with a record of 3 wins and 1 loss. Wayzata is led by head coach Julie Stewart.
So we're all set to go here from Wayzata High School. Trojans and Hawks. Talked about Sophie Hawkinson. She's committed to North Dakota State University, averaging 17 points per game, coming off a season high 22 points, just 1 point shy of her career high. In fact, 4 Trojans last time out in the win against Park Center had season highs. Allie Burns 12 points, Annika Kieser 13, and Katie Kelsenberg 12 as well. Head coach is Julie Stewart in her 4th year, doing another marvelous job being ranked inside the top 10 in the gauntlet that is the Lake Conference Chaska out of the Metro West, coached by Sam Cantor. So starting lineups for you: Macy Anderson, Alexis Schaefer, Addison Perkins, Ella Keenan, and Hannah Toole for the Hawks. And for Wayzata, it's Marin Day, Allie Burns, Sophie Hawkinson, Annika Kieser, and Katie Kelsenberg. Kelsenberg will jump it up for the Trojans. Ella Keenan will jump it up for the Hawks. And we are underway here in our non-conference girls basketball match with Wayzata winning the opening tap. Trojans in the home blue, Wayzata in the, or Hawks in the road white. Here comes Hawkinson off a curl. Back out for Allie Burns. Hawkinson feeding Burns down low. Hand off. Hawkinson thought about a 3, puts it on the deck. Nice roll. Kelsenberg could not get it to go. Rebound down to Chaska and Addison Perkins. Quickly ahead. Keenan drives baseline. Might have dragged that pivot foot. Got the shot up. Did not get it to fall. Up ahead, Marin Day. She's off on a 2-point jumper. Wayzata a second chance. Hawkinson, high arcing 3 is down. And Wayzata likes to press. They force a lot of turnovers. They get one here. Burns unable to hit. Kieser a second chance opportunity. And the shot clock reset to 35. It should have just reset to 20 on the miss. So it'll be Wayzata ball underneath when they get the shot clock sorted out. Good sign for Wayzata early on to see Sophie Hawkinson knock it down from deep. She is the senior sharpshooter, but had a tough time in the win against Park Center, knocking it down from downtown. Did most of her damage inside the arc. She starts the game with a 3. Here's Allie Burns getting to the rim. Could not finish. This one knocked out of bounds off of the Trojans, going to Chaska. So Chaska coming off a season in which they finished 19-9, 11-3 in the Metro West. Lost Aubrey Heyer from a season ago, but they do bring back Ella Keenan, as we mentioned, 19.5 points per game. Addison Schneider with 14.8 points per game, and then Alexis Schaefer, the senior, averaging just over a dozen on the young season. And it's Annika Kieser with the takeaway. Kieser going glass for 2. 5-0 start for Wayzata. And Wayzata's press forcing Chaska early into turnovers. This is what Julie Stewart's teams like to do, speed you up. Force takeaways. And the shot clock will be at 20 here on this possession, as Chaska didn't get it into the front court. Annika Kieser driving. Kieser's shot was blocked by Keenan. Last touch by the Hawks. It'll stay with the Trojans, 9 to shoot. Marin Day will inbound underneath. Hawkinson coming off a screen. She'll let it fly. A little too strong. Offensive rebound, Burns. Hawkinson flashing high post. And on the pass, Hawkinson gets fouled. First team foul for Chaska. It's going to go on Alexis Schaefer. Wayzata will get 20 on a fresh shot clock. Kelsenberg posting up, and that's going to be a foul on Keenan. This is a Wayzata team that has a deep bench. They are playing without Kate Emmalott, who was entering her junior season but tore ACL in the soccer season. And Emmalott last year averaged just a shade under 14 points per game, so a big loss for Wayzata. They're working through it. Good start to the year, 3-1. And for Chaska, this is a tough stretch for them. This is game 1 of 4 coming up against ranked opponents inside the top 10. Shot clock down to 7. Hawkinson has it out top. Hawkinson picked up a dribble. Marin Day out of the corner. Offensive rebound, Annika Kieser. So a long possession, good feed. Kelsenberg got a good look, and she couldn't convert. Chaska will get it into the front court quickly. Just 2.5 minutes gone here in the first half. Handoff up top for Macy Anderson. Keenan posting up. And we're going to get a tie-up. Possession area will keep it with Chaska. 17 to work on the clock. These two teams played last year. Ella Keenan had 19 points. Alexis Schaefer had 17 points. Final score was Wayzata 65, Chaska 59. Wayzata winning by 6. Chaska inbound underneath their own basket. Alexis Schaefer looking to get it in. Hannah Toole averaging just a shade under 5 points per game, kicking it out. Alexis Schaefer from deep. Rebound down to Macy Anderson. Second chance for Chaska, but she dragged that pivot foot. And a turnover for the Hawks. First game in 6 days for Chaska. Last win came against the Shakopee Sabres. Marin Day coming off a fantastic freshman season. Here's Hawkinson probing on the perimeter. Kelsenberg cutting to the basket, an easy 2 for Katie Kelsenberg. Her first bucket of the night. And Wayzata forces a turnover. Annika Kieser up ahead for Marin Day running the floor. Timeout, Chaska. 9-0 start for the Trojans here at home. And Sam Cantor will take a full timeout, wanting to talk it over. This Wayzata team can turn things in a hurry, and we'll step aside. 9-0 start for Wayzata here at home.
Hi everyone, my name is Dennis Muga. I've been with McDonald's for 6 years. So as a full-time student in college, I was able to join McDonald's because of the flexible schedules and also opportunities, which includes the Archways. Through Archways, I was able to graduate from college debt-free, and also it helped me grow as a person. I really enjoyed the environment. That's why I applied at McDonald's.
So back here at Wayzata High School, Trojans out to a 9-0 start. Sophie Hawkinson has a 3-point basket. Marin Day, Katie Kelsenberg, and Annika Kieser with the rest of the points. Well spread out here in the early going for the Trojans. Julie Stewart likes to go deep to her bench. Kaya Nash has been a bright spot in the early part of the season. She is the 5'10" sophomore guard, averaging 8 points per game. We'll see Ellie Howard come off the bench as well, averaging 5.5 points per game. Chaska entering tonight averaging 63.2 points per game. Meanwhile, Wayzata up to 77.5 points per game. And bringing some more full court pressure. Trying to get it up ahead for Macy Anderson. Pass a little too tall. And the Hawks come up empty once again. Ella Goodnature, number 13 in blue, in for the first time tonight. She'll pull from three. That's off the mark, and it's going back to Chaska. We'll see Allie Burns come back in. And in for the first time tonight, number 33, Ellie Howard. Ellie Howard had a great sophomore year last year. Didn't get much varsity time, but much bigger factor this year for Julie Stewart. And another turnover in the backcourt. Alexis Schaefer lost the handle. We might have another shot clock issue. I believe they wanted it on a turnover, and they want it to 20, so 3 seconds came off the shot clock. 17 to work for Wayzata on inbound. Hawkinson gets an open look. No good. Ella Keenan down with the rebound. Slow start for the Hawks here on the road, looking for some answers. Anderson gets in the paint. That one falls off the rim. And a tool with the offensive board, trying to shovel it for Keenan. Outside for Schaefer, and that's a little too long. Ella Goodnature pulls down the board. Wayzata on the move. Hawkinson looking for a cutting Goodnature, and the whistle comes. Ella Goodnature draws the foul. Foul was called on the floor, so Wayzata will have it underneath. Annika Kieser back in. And in for the first time tonight is Kaya Nash, number 14 in blue. We talked about coming off a 7-point performance, but looked very good against Park Center. Get it in for Burns. Now Howard up top for Nash. 15 to shoot for the Trojans. Goodnature with 8. Looking for Burns. It falls for Howard. Shot clock under 5. Over for Kieser. She'll let it fly. Got it on the rim. No good. Offensive rebound, Allie Burns. And that one's knocked off of the Trojans and out of play. This Wayzata team, a good mix of upperclassmen and underclassmen. Kieser and Marin Day 1 year older, as Goodnature comes back and intercepts. Wayzata believes this team could get to the state tournament for the first time in a long time. With their leadership with Hawkinson, Kelsenberg, and Allie Burns, who's a junior. Feed it down low. Allie Burns got position, missed it. Tapped it out for Goodnature in traffic, able to get it out for Howard. She'll let it fly and knock it down. Ellie Howard with the range from deep. Chaska breaks the pressure, and an uncontested layup. Hannah Toole all alone for 2. And the Hawks finally break the seal. Burns up top, handing off for Nash. Goodnature puts it on the deck. Out for Annika Kieser. Shot clock down to 7. Kieser a little step through. Going glass, no good. Got her own. Could not follow it up. Rebound down to Alexis Schaefer. Good nature in the backcourt, picks the pocket. Ellie Howard will pull and hit from deep. Second triple for Ellie Howard, and she's got 6. Toole bouncing it down. Ella Keenan couldn't convert. Nash to Good Nature running the floor. Missed point blank range. Back comes Chaska. Schaefer flipped it up, got the whistle, and Alexis Schaefer will be at the line. Schaefer just 5 points in the win against Shakopee. Already has a season high of 20 points. Foul one on Annika Kieser. She'll go to the bench. Kelsenberg back in. Also in for the first time tonight is number 10, Lindsay Harvey. 1 for 2 from the stripe for Alexis Schaefer.
Now for the Trojans, number 10, Lindsay Harvey. Number 12,
And we have another whistle here as our officials get together.
in for Chaska, number 14, Reagan Niebuhr. Correction, last Wayzata foul was on number 33, Ellie Howard.
So Ellie Howard picked up the foul, not Annika Kieser, so she's got the first Wayzata personal. Ellie Howard up top. Early heat check off the mark. Kelsenberg pulls down the O board. Hawkinson will reset for Kaya Nash. Nash thought about a 3. Kaya Nash step back triple and knocks it down. Kaya Nash showing the range. 18-3. Wayzata out in front. 8 minutes gone here in the first half. Chaska gets it up ahead, and another uncontested bucket for number 14, Reagan Niebuhr. So that's what Wayzata is going to have to deal with when they bring that full court press. They're going to leave their back end open. That's where Chaska can exploit it. Hawkinson bouncing it for Kelsenberg. Hawkinson from 17, a little bit short. Macy Anderson in with the trees to pull down the board. Up ahead for Alexis Schaefer and lays it in with the left hand. And Wayzata will take a timeout. Julie Stewart wanting to talk things over. It's an 11-point lead for Wayzata here at home. We'll step aside. 9:24 to go from Wayzata High School.
Support your teams and community with NSPN.TV. Enjoy exclusive coverage from Summer Town Ball to high school championships. Plus, feature stories and podcasts that bring you closer to the action. Stay connected with NSPN.TV, your neighborhood sports network.
Back here at Wayzata High School and talking about the Lake Conference and how deep it is in girls high school basketball. Number one ranking right now is Hopkins. Minnetonka's up there inside the top 5 along with Eden Prairie. Wayzata is at 5 and then St. Michael Albertville at 7. And for Wayzata, the question is, once again, can they break through and make it to the state tournament? Hopkins is the kryptonite. They played him who knows how many times in the section final and cannot seem to break through. Wayzata does believe they can this year with their senior leadership and their mix of good underclassmen. Underneath, Ellie Howard cutting. Kelsenberg found her, and Howard will earn a trip to the free throw line. So good start tonight for Ellie Howard, who we talked about last year took big strides but didn't see a lot of the floor on varsity. Has made the most of the young season. Ellie Howard with an early 8 points. It's 20-7. Wayzata in front. And Alexis Schaefer turns it over. Trying to find Jenna Nelson, number 11 in white, in for the first time. Lindsay Harvey will inbound. And an early career high watch for Ellie Howard. Her career high is 11. She's already got 8 points. Offensive foul underneath on Katie Kelsenberg. Second team foul for the Trojans and a turnover. Jenna Nelson will get it into the front court for Keenan. Keenan scoreless thus far. Just over 9 minutes gone in the half. Macy Anderson handoff up top. Nelson kick it out. Alexis Schaefer spots up. A little too strong. Rebound saved by Anderson. Hawkinson has it. Hawkinson racing ahead. High off glass for 2. Five points, that's Hawkinson's second bucket after the three-point field goal that opened the scoring. And a handoff that did not connect with Keenan and another Hawks turnover. Hawkinson deep range 3, and she gets it to go. 8 points for Sophie Hawkinson, her second triple. 25-7, Wayzata out in front. Schaefer drives, gets in the paint, flips it up, no good. Keenan offensive rebound. Keenan spinning, a lot of contact, going glass for 2. First field goal of the night for Ella Keenan. Marin Day on the break, and she lays it in. She's got 4 points. Wayzata with the quick answer. That's off a made bucket as well. Good trap for Wayzata. Keenan able to dribble out of it. Find an open shooter. Alexis Schaefer too strong. Slow start for Alexis Schaefer. Couldn't knock down back-to-back triples. Hawkinson. Offensive rebound for Kelsenberg. And a reach and foul. And then we got a jump ball. Possession here will keep it on this end of the floor. Addison Perkins back on for Chaska. Mallory Macbeth in for the first time tonight. Keyser back on as well. Mallory Macbeth, younger sister of Wayzata boys basketball standout Wyatt Macbeth. Finding Macbeth off the inbound plus the foul. Mallory Macbeth, a chance at a three-point play.
Basket's good for Mallory Macbeth.
Macbeth able to cash in from the line. Wayzata a 30-9 lead. That was Jenna Nelson trying to bounce it in. Last touch off of Wayzata. Back in is Hannah Toole. Get it into Toole. Macbeth guarding. Niebuhr handoff. Tool picked up her dribble. Out top, it's Nelson. Nelson's driving lane cut off. Back outside for Niebuhr. Shot clock under 10. Tool's open. She'll pull up. Left it short. And off of Chaska. Six minutes remaining here in this first half. It's been all Trojans early on. Macbeth down low. Marin Day posting up. Marin Day spinning and going glass for two. Marin Day's got 6 points in this first half. High touch for Keenan. Step through, and Marin Day with the rejection. They call the foul. And Ella Keenan will go to the line. Marin Day picks up the foul. Julie Stewart looking for an explanation. Keenan, who averages 19.5 points per game, just 2 thus far. And if I'm not mistaken, Chaska has more turnovers than points tonight. That's how good Wayzata's press has been. Keenan with an empty trip, and Hawkinson pulls away the rebound. Burns back in. Handoff for Keyser. Keyser open. Could not knock down the elbow jumper. Tool pulls down the board. Here comes Macy Anderson. Knocked away by Allie Burns. Hawkinson running the floor, lays it in. Hawkinson's up to double figures now. She's got 10. Hawkinson surpassing 1,000 career points a few games ago against Eastview. Tool picked up her dribble, looking for some help, trying to thread the needle, intercepted by Keyser. Wayzata has numbers, open shooter, Marin Day reins it in. Timeout, Chaska. 30-second timeout. Cantor wanting to get her troops organized. 37-9. We'll step aside. All Wayzata here in the first half.
We are the Minnesota Star Tribune. We're not a paper, we're a fabric. One that can unite and sense, connect, frustrate, represent, and reflect all of us. The Minnesota Star Tribune, the heart and voice of
back here at Wayzata High School out of the timeout. And Chaska trailing 37-9. They certainly have more turnovers and points thus far. Looking to get their offense figured out. Wayzata's press has been outstanding to this point. Good crossover on Macy Anderson, but a 10-second violation. Couldn't get across the timeline. And Chaska struggling here in this first half. Handoff for Macbeth. Trying to find Burns. Not a great pass. Wayzata turns it over. Anderson into the paint. Bouncing it. And a denial down low. Marin Day coming back for the block. And Keyser lost it out of bounds off her own leg. Hawks will have it back with 4 minutes remaining in this first half. Ella Goodnature will come back on. Ella Keenan on the bench right now, so Chaska looking for some answers. Alexis Schaefer drives baseline, kicking it out. Open three. No good. Addison Perkins with the opportunity. Hawkinson pulls down the rebound, and the whistle is going against Chaska. That'll be the 6th team foul on the Hawks.
Chaska's number 23, Ayla Schmidt, her first, team 6. Now in for the Trojans, number 10, Lindsay Harvey.
Isla Schmidt's in for the first time tonight. She picks up the foul for the Hawks. Lindsay Harvey back on for Wayzata. High post Burns. Day underneath, and a good cut and a good find by Burns. 2 more for Marin Day. She's up to 11 points. Good find. Hannah Toole. That's her second field goal of the night. She's got 4 points and a carry on Hawkinson. Wayzata starting to commit some turnovers here. And if you've watched Wayzata girls basketball over the last few years, foul trouble has been a problem for them. Tonight, however, it's looked a lot better. Only 3 team fouls for Wayzata. We'll see how that progresses as the game goes on. Another takeaway. Lindsay Harvey out of the corner. Hawkinson up ahead for Day. Burns running the floor. Allie Burns lays it in. Allie Burns, that's her first bucket. Chaska trying to answer on the other end. Perkins able to save it. Ball on the floor, and a jump ball will give it back to the Trojans with 2:37 remaining. Burns shot fake in the drive. Burns shuffled the feet. Kaya Nash back on the floor. This Wayzata 1-3-1 defense in the half court has been frustrating for Chaska to figure out. And another takeaway. Hawkinson on the move. Hawkinson going coast to coast for 2. Hawkinson's got a dozen here in this first half. Good pass fake from Anderson. Niebuhr all alone, and she'll go glass for 2. Reagan Niebuhr's got 4 points here off the bench. Harvey on a shot fake, and another turnover for Wayzata. Ellie Howard back in for Julie Stewart. Howard with 8 first half points. Her career high is 11, so chance to surpass that tonight. 43-13, Trojans leading by 30 here in this first half as we wind down. Anderson open. 3 ball is short. Schaefer tapped it, taken by Goodnature. Howard already has 2 triples, picked up her dribble, backdoor look. Lindsay Harvey had to roll off the rim. Long pass up ahead. Chaska wasn't ready for it. Alexis Schaefer had it thrown behind her. Right in front of the Wayzata bench, another Hawks turnover. 1:07 to go in the half. Kelsenberg posting up, draws a double team. Passing it out, Nash will let it fly. Front rim, tracked down in the corner by Kelsenberg. A fresh 20 for the Trojans. Trying to find a posting Kelsenberg. Pass goes wanting, out of bounds. Chaska will have it back. About a 6-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Kelsenberg steps in the passing lane. Kelsenberg a little Euro step, but they're going to get a traveling violation before. So Chaska a chance to hold for the final shot if they'd like to. Just 25 seconds left. 43-13. It's been all Wayzata. Looking very much like the number 5th ranked team in the state in Class 4A. There's a handoff for Schaefer, crossing over. Schaefer, that one rolls off the rim. Niebuhr offensive rebound, put back no good. A third chance for the Hawks. Macy, Anderson off the glass, plus the foul. Chance for Anderson for a three-point play with just 3.3 seconds remaining. It's her first bucket of the night for Anderson. Anderson gets the friendly roll. One chance for Wayzata at the horn. That one just off the iron. And that'll do it for the opening half. Trojans with a strong 18 minutes put together. They lead 43-16 at the break, led by as many as 32 in that half. And Hawkinson's got a dozen in the opening 18 minutes. Wayzata with a good start here at home. We'll step aside. Second half is coming your way next here on NSPN.
You're watching NSPN.TV, the Neighborhood Sports Network.
Up here, it's all about perspective. From the good life to the bad weather, the cities, the townships, the land, the water. It's the state we love to love. It's the state we hate to leave. Fly over? Do so at your own peril, because perspective matters. And if it's happening down there and over there or up there, read about it here and all across here. This isn't Minnesota nice. This is Minnesota news, and we are the Minnesota Star Tribune. We're not a paper, we're a fabric, one that can unite and sense, connect, frustrate, represent, and reflect all of us. It's the faces you may know. It's the voices you may not have heard. It's major, minor, it's urban, rural. It's left, right, and center field, because all the state's a stage, and everyone plays their part. We are the Minnesota Star Tribune, the heart and voice of the North.
I've been going to college now for like 4 years, and throughout my time here at McDonald's, I've earned a little over 12 grand in scholarship money from Archways. So
Archways each year gives me $2,500 for my tuition, which is a big deal.
While working at McDonald's, I've learned good time management skills and good communication skills.
after I started working here, I convinced a bunch of my friends to come work here too, because I thought the job was so cool.
Back here at the half, Wayzata out in front, 43-16. Hogan Greenwood, Steve Bonsack with you. Wayzata forcing a bevy of turnovers in that first half, that full court press, along with the 1-3-1 half-court defense, causing a whole lot of problems for the Hawks. Wayzata, the number 5th ranked team in Class 4A, looking very strong here in the opening 18 minutes. Hawkinson and Howard combining for 20 in the first half. Hawkinson with a dozen, Ellie Howard with 8 off the bench. And a tough first half for Ella Keenan, who didn't get much going at all. And Alexis Schaefer as well, their 2 leading scorers. Schaefer's got 3 first half points, and Keenan, I believe, only had 1 field goal made in the first 18 minutes of play. Second half is coming up next here from Wayzata High School, but first, we'll send it over to Justin Barrientos that has our feature of the week.
I'm here at the XL Energy Center in St. Paul for the 2024 Minnesota State High School League Volleyball State Championship. I'm talking today with Allie Kronk, who's been the public address announcer for the state tournament for 50 years.
I have been working with Dorothy McIntyre for quite a bit on girls' sports. And when it came time to bring an announcer in for volleyball and gymnastics, I do gymnastics, did track at one time, I think she was looking for somebody with a voice like mine, apparently. And Dorothy also knows that I am a big promoter of girls' sports, and so she thought, let's have a woman do it, and this woman has probably got the voice that would do it. I was a teacher for 35 years. I taught health education, physical education, special education. I'm a mom of 4 children and a grandma of 8 grandchildren, kind of an activist person, but yet I have a lot of fun groups, book clubs and craft groups and that type of thing. I was going to school at St. Cloud State University, and I was very involved in the gymnastics program. Not that I could be a gymnast, because back in my day we couldn't be athletes, we were cheerleaders. But I was really enjoying gymnastics, so I invited Dorothy McIntyre's Happy Hearts from Eden Prairie. She had a gymnastics team, and they came up and they worked with our kids from the college. Then when I started teaching in Minnetonka in the junior high, Dorothy once again brought over her Happy Hearts, and it was really more through gymnastics than anything that I got involved. In fact, we kind of laugh about when we planned the very first gymnastics meet. It was on the living room floor of my home back in 1974.
Kronk explains what makes for a good PA announcer.
To me, the biggest thing is when a girl gets to a state tournament, they deserve to have their name pronounced correctly. And so I will spend a lot of time with the coaches. Sometimes I even need to talk to one of the girls and tell them about, finding the pronunciation for their name. But that's a huge part of it. And then to be able to speak clearly and to be able to speak with some enthusiasm so that the crowd is feeling the excitement of the sport. I definitely spend time at home preparing. I go through all the name pronunciations from what I had from last year before I even meet the coaches again this year. I go through my script. I usually meet or talk with Amy beforehand for any changes that need to be done. I go through any notes from last year that I need to know about. It's preparation. I feel like this is my job and I want to do it well, and I love doing it. I feel a little bit more confident than I did in 1974. I come usually about an hour and a half before the first match begins, and when I come I have a good process now of laying everything out, of all the people that I need to check in with.
She also believes support at home is key.
When I started announcing, I had no children. Then we eventually had 1, 2, 3, 4 children. During the volleyball and the gymnastics tournament, my husband would take those days off and he would bring the kids to me, so during the sessions I could nurse my babies, and then I would get right back into announcing again. So I was very lucky to have such a supportive husband.
And sometimes you find out what your job means to other people.
After I had done this for about 10, 11 years, I got because I do meet the coaches and I do get to know them a lot, and I do get to know the gymnasts. After about 11 years, the team from Marshall presented me with this medal, and it has a volleyball player on the front, and on the back it says, "Let's play volleyball." I wear it for all the tournaments. It means a lot.
At the XL Energy Center in St. Paul, covering the 2024 Minnesota State High School League Volleyball Tournament, Justin Barrientos, NSPN.TV.
Back with you at Wayzata High School. Hogan Greenwood, Steve Bonsack with you. 43-16. Wayzata leading by 27 at the break. They led by as many as 32. And the havoc that is wreaking for Wayzata is the pressure and the 1-3-1 half-court defense. Wayzata forcing a bevy of turnovers for Chaska in that opening 18 minutes of play. We'll see if the Chaska Hawks have an answer in this second half. Ella Keenan averaging 19.5 points per game coming into tonight. Only one field goal. She's got 2 points. And Alexis Schaefer, who averages 12.3 points per game, she's only got 3 points on the night. And then also Addison Schneider, number 13, a non-factor as well. Chaska will start second half with possession. Hawks in the road white, Wayzata in the home blue. Early touch for Ella Keenan. Same starting five for Chaska in this second half. Anderson has it out top. Handoff for Hannah Toole. Addison Perkins. And now Keenan on the perimeter. Puts it on the floor. Nice strong drive. Alexis Schaefer all the way to the rim. Hawkinson with a dozen first half points. High post touch for Katie Kelsenberg and an early whistle going on the Hawks. Just 3 team fouls for Wayzata in the opening 18 minutes of play. Chaska just 6 team fouls. Schaefer picks up her second, however, early on in the second half. Kelsenberg posting up. Good find by Allie Burns. 2 more for Katie Kelsenberg. Hawkinson went for the steal, didn't get it. Schaefer on the baseline drive, and she traveled. Hawkinson reins it in from deep. Sophie Hawkinson drilling it. She's got 15 points. Defender went under the screen, and you cannot do that on a sharpshooter like Sophie Hawkinson, who, as we mentioned, is committed to play at North Dakota State. A couple of her former teammates, including Abby Kraswinski, plays at North Dakota State as well. Here's Hannah Toole on the drive. Deflected out by Wayzata. 14 to shoot for the Hawks. Anderson thought about a 3. Back up for Alexis Schaefer rather. Spinning in the lane. Schaefer, nifty move. Alexis Schaefer is up to 7 points. Marin Day cutting back door. Good find by Hawkinson. Marin Day's up to 13 points. Her season high was 15 earlier on in the year. A chance to surpass that. Here's Addison Perkins off the bounce. Perkins getting to the rim, high off glass. Addison Perkins, her first bucket of the night, coming in the second half. Hawkinson, good find. Allie Burns couldn't convert. She taps it out. Kelsenberg finding an open Keyser for 2 off the mark. Offensive rebound, Burns again. Keyser forcing it up. Keenan with the deflection. Keenan bouncing it, trying to find Perkins, and not on the same page. That's kind of been the night for Chaska. Hawkinson off the curl, and she gets all the way to the rim. Hawkinson's got 17. 52-22. Just 3 minutes into the second half. Keenan gets a post touch. Nice step through move, and she gets it to go. Just the second field goal of the night for Ella Keenan, who averages 19.5 points per game. Running the floor, Kelsenberg. And Chaska did not get back on a made bucket. Anderson driving, denied. Allie Burns with the stuff. And Hawkinson traveled, giving it back to the Hawks. We'll see Lindsay Harvey and Ella Goodnature come back in. Reagan Niebuhr back on, along with Jenna Nelson. Hawkinson knocked it away. Toole bouncing. Niebuhr left it short, and she'll go to the line after a foul from Marin Day. Second personal on Marin Day.
At the line for Chaska, Reagan Niebuhr.
(54-26). Hawkinson open, and she sticks a triple.
That's the fourth three tonight for Sophie Hawkinson.
Fourth triple of the night for Sophie Hawkinson. She's up to 20 points. Keyser with the steal, and Hawkinson was up ahead, but Chaska commits the foul at midcourt. Wayzata's hands have been active tonight, getting a lot of deflections and takeaways. Back-to-back games for Sophie Hawkinson with 20 or more points. She'll head to the bench, and she's replaced by Kyan Ash. Hawkinson in this meeting last year between these two teams only had 11 points, a much better showing here in 2024. 57-26. Wayzata has been dominant tonight here at home. Harvey in the handoff. Day puts it on the deck. Picked up her dribble. Got it back for Keyser. Goodnature took steps before she put it on the bounce. And Wayzata coughs it up. Ellie Howard back on. Hasn't scored after she got out to a great start. Still 8 points on the night. Good look inside. Alexis Schaefer off the window. Alexis Schaefer with a strong second half. She's got 6 points in 5 minutes. Howard, top of the key, three, short. Schaefer clears the rebound. Hannah Toole. Jenna Nelson able to save it. She's trapped on the corner. And Chaska got a timeout before the turnover. So the Hawks will talk it over, 57-28. With 12:33 remaining in the second half, we'll step aside.
Hi everyone, my name is Dennis Muga. I've been with McDonald's for 6 years. So as a full-time student in college, I was able to join McDonald's because of the flexible schedules and also opportunities, which includes the archways. Through archways, I was able to graduate from college debt-free, and also it helped me grow as a person. I really enjoyed the environment. That's why I applied at McDonald's.
Out of the Chaska timeout. Hawks will have it underneath with 28 on the shot clock. Get it into Toole. Posting up is Niebuhr. Back out for Perkins. Alexis Schaefer, hammer pass in the corner for Perkins. She knocks it down from deep. Chaska finally sees a 3-ball go down. Struggled in that first half. And a much-needed bucket for Addison Perkins as well. Howard posting up. Outside for Nash. Too strong off the glass. Niebuhr pulls down the board. 2-on-1 for Chaska. Wayzata gets back defensively. Toole kick it out. Schaefer. Perkins out of the corner. Toole trying to bounce it from Niebuhr. Stepping in front is Lindsay Harvey with the steal. Nash thought about the three. She'll try. That's no good. Rebound down to Perkins. Knocked away by Harvey. Toole able to save it. 15 seconds to work. Foul's going to be on Ellie Howard. Second personal on Ellie Howard, just the second team foul. That resets the shot clock to 20 for Chaska. Knocked away by Lindsay Harvey. Bouncing it for Katie Kelsenberg running the floor. Natalie Heyer, Isla Schmitz on the floor for Chaska. Perkins out of the corner. Finding Schmitz, and she traveled. Good Nature back on the floor. Down low, it's Hawkinson, and that one falls off the rim. Good rebound by Heyer. Heyer will try. That's off the front rim. Hawkinson down with the rebound. Up ahead, Kaya Nash stepping in. That one rolls off the rim. Jenna Nelson trying to go coast to coast. Whistle and a foul. Will be on the floor. Just the third team foul. Good Nature will pick it up. That's her first. Mallory McBeth back on. In for the first time tonight is number 1, Kara Moger for Chaska. Up top, Nelson puts it on the deck. Trying to kick it back out. And the Hawks give it away. 9:29 remaining in the second half. Wayzata led 43-16 at the break. Hawkinson comes open off screens. High arcing three short. Mallory McBeth offensive rebound. The putback is good. Mallory McBeth 5 points off the bench. Kara Moger off the bounce. Got it to Schmitz. Keep it moving. Higher on a handoff. Now it's Nelson. 10 to shoot. Higher off the bounce. That one no good. Macbeth pulls it down. Pushing ahead. Hawkinson, quick pass. Burns running the floor for 2 more. Burns up to 4 points. Open look. Moger drains a 3. Kara Moger from downtown, off the bench. Hawkinson spinning, too strong off the glass. Follow attempt from Burns, no good. Macy Anderson driving. Nelson, offensive rebound, and the putback. Hawkinson off the window. 22 points for Sophie Hawkinson. Moger drives baseline. Tough bucket. Got it to go. Kara Moger off the bench with 5 points. Hawkinson thought about a 3. Macbeth will let it fly. That's no good. Rebound. Battled for on the baseline. Jump ball will keep it with the Trojans.
Now in for the Hawks, number 14, Reagan Niebuhr, and number 10, Alexis Schaefer.
Schaefer back on along with Niebuhr.
3, Mara Day, and number 14, Kaya Nash.
Kaya Nash and Keyser back on. Macbeth left all alone off the inbound. Macbeth has 7 points off the bench. That speaks to Wayzata's depth once again. Higher turnaround push shot, no good. Macbeth got it back from Burns. Mallory Macbeth with 9 points. Anderson on the drive. Flips it up, no good. Niebuhr offensive rebound, and she'll head to the line.
Fouls on Trojans, number 11, Allie Burns. That is her first, team's third, fourth of the half. Returning for the Trojans.
Niebuhr knocks down the first. Lindsay Harvey back on. One for 2 from the line for Niebuhr. 69-39, 6 minutes remaining in the second half. Nash will pull the trigger and sticks a triple out of the corner. Kaya Nash with 2 triples on the night. She's got 6 points. Moger will let it fly. That's off the mark. Natalie Heyer with the rebound. Jump ball will keep it with the Hawks.
Now entering the game for Chaska Morgan Donahue, number 40. She replaces Macy Anderson.
Deep in the shot clock, Moger picked up the dribble. Schaefer is going to have to throw it up. Got it on the rim. Higher on the follow. It's blocked out of bounds. One second showing on the shot clock right now. I thought it hit the rim. Shot clock should have reset. And they will adjust it up to 20. So fresh possession for Chaska underneath. 5:12 remaining in the half. Higher got it back to Schaefer. Whistle and a foul on the drive. It's going to be the 5th team foul on the Trojans. Keyser will pick up the personal. That's her first. Morgan Donahue in for the first time tonight, number 40 in white. Trying to get it back out for Donahue. Marin Day with the steal and lays it in. Marin Day up to 15 points. That ties her season high. Her career high was 17 last season. Day got a hand on it. Keyser up ahead, a little too far for Macbeth. And Wayzata gives it right back to Chaska. Good Nature will come back in. Mallory Allen, number 5 in white, in for the first time. She spells Alexis Schaefer. Marin Day will head out. Ellie Howard back on the floor. Under 4 minutes to play. Intercepted, Good Nature. Leaking out, Kaya Nash all alone for 2. Kaya Nash has 8 points off the bench. Timeout, Chaska. 3:32 remaining. We'll step aside. 76-39, Wayzata with the lead here at home.
We are the Minnesota Star Tribune. We're not a paper, we're a fabric. One that can unite and sense, connect, frustrate, represent, and reflect all of us. The Minnesota Star Tribune, the heart and voice.
So another strong performance for the number 5th ranked team in the state in 4A. Wayzata really set the tone in that first half, leading by as many as 32. And looking ahead to their schedule, Wayzata plays number 2 Maple Grove on Thursday. That'll be a rematch. They lost to Maple Grove by 1 point on a last-second shot by Jordan Odie. They'll have their chance at revenge to avenge their only loss of the season. And then they play at Como Park on December 17th, and then home to Roseville. Those are the next 3 games before Christmas. Good Nature got a hand on it. Out of the timeout, Moger puts up the shot. No good. Rebound for Higher, back up and in. Kaya Nash pulls the trigger off the front rim. Rebound knocked out, taken by Natalie Higher. 2-on-1. Higher will take it, and going glass for 2 more. Natalie Higher, younger sister of Aubrey Higher, and her older sister playing at the University of Minnesota. Higher family, strong lineage of basketball. Feed it inside for Good Nature, and she'll go to the line.
Chaska's number 1, Kara Moger. That is her first, team's third of the half. At the line, Ella Good Nature. Now in for the Hawks, number 20, Hayden DeBryan.
Good Nature goes 2 for 2 from the stripe, 78-43. Under 2 minutes to play, and we are in running time. The final 2 minutes. A strong performance from the Trojans here tonight. Donahue on the drive, shot no good. Good Nature pulls it down. Kaya Nash running the floor. Nash puts it up and in. Kaya Nash into double figures. She's got 10. Natalie Higher with a strong performance late in the second half. She knocks down a triple. Macbeth feed it down low. Good Nature kick it out. Harvey. And they're going to get 3 seconds in the lane as Ella Good Nature was in there for quite a while. Turnover for Wayzata, giving it back with under 45 seconds to go. Talked about Wayzata's schedule, and we also mentioned how tough Chaska's schedule is the next 4 games, including tonight as they turn it over. Howard with the takeaway. They go on the road at Hopkins. Then they got to play number 3 Eden Prairie, and they also have to play number 7 St. Michael Alvarville. It's going to be a tough stretch for the Hawks. As they started the season 3-1, they'll drop to 3-2 after tonight. Chance to bounce back against the number 1 team in state. Howard off on a 3, rebound down to Natalie Higher as the final seconds run down. One more chance for Kara Moger. She gets to the rim, lays it in, and that is the final horn here from Wayzata High School. Final score 80-48. Trojans a dominant performance, and Wayzata improves to 4-1 on the season. Back-to-back wins after suffering their first loss against Maple Grove. They'll have a chance to avenge that loss on Thursday here from Wayzata High School. A big matchup, number 2 versus number 5. Hope to have you join us then. A big night for Sophie Hawkinson, back-to-back 22-point performances. That ties her season high. Also in double figures, Kai Nash with 10 off the bench. Marin Day ties her season high with 15. Chaska falls to 3-2 on the year, and they'll have a chance to bounce back against the number 1 team, Hopkins, on Friday. That'll do it here from Wayzata High School. For our entire crew, Hogan Greenwood, Steve Bonsack saying thank you for joining us, and so long from Wayzata High School. Trojans win it 80-48.